You see this right here? Yeah, this is the physical representation of me trying to explain time travel to my 9-year-old. Being a nerd and a parent is so difficult. So spoilers for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So in episode 9, after Peter's near-death experience with the Scorpion, we find out that Norman Osborn took some of Peter's blood and is trying to replicate the experiment that turned him into Spider-Man. Now, if you pay attention to the first episode and the clip that was basically online, you notice that Peter's spider comes from a portal, which of course led to the idea that Miguel O'Hara was going to crash out on another teenager. But when they show that his scientists are injecting his blood into other creatures, including spiders, I happen to notice that something was very unique about the spider they inject into. And I verbally say, that looks like the exact same spider. 2 and 2 are already in my head at this point. But my 9-year-old goes, wow, they were able to find a spider that looks exactly the same? Okay, here we go. The next episode, Doctor Strange shows up and Peter starts yelling about, oh, hey, you, it's that wizard from the incident at Midtown High. Doctor Strange is like, smart child that's being fooled by capitalism. I have never been to Midtown High. And this is a variant of Doctor Strange from the MCU, so of course this one has a time stone in the Eye of Agamotto. So I'm like, yep. So when it happens that Doctor Strange's time magic goes wonky during the fight, creating a portal, and then Spider-Man gets knocked around, releasing the spider that was experimented on, and then said spider goes through the portal, bada bing, bada boom, we now have a time loop. But when it happens, my 9-year-old goes,
wait, is he about to be bit by a second spider?
No, baby, that's the same spider that bit Peter.
But he's already Spider-Man.
Yes.
So he's gonna be bit again?
No.
What? That doesn't make sense.
It's a time loop.
What's a time loop?
So of course I try to explain it to her. I draw a line and I go, okay, cool. Here at the beginning, this is where Peter gets bit. Here right now is where we're currently at in the episode. She goes, okay. But then I go, right here though, is where Peter's fight with Scorpion happens, his blood gets taken, and then they start experimenting on the different creatures. She's like, okay, yeah, I get that. And then I go, all right, now we get to Doctor Strange showing up, and then the fight ensues, which Doctor Strange is using time magic, right? She says, yeah, because he has the time stone, right? Very good, kid. So during the fight, what happens is you saw the spider get released, right? She goes, yes. Well, that spider falls into Doctor Strange's portal because Doctor Strange was trying to rewind time. And when he rewound time, the time stone got hit, which causes the magic to go crazy, which means he goes further back in time, which then causes the spider to loop around and come back to the moment when Peter gets bit. So now this is what they call a time loop. She goes, I still don't get it. I'm like, correct, right? So the idea is that the spider from the future had to go back into the past to bite Peter, to then at that point bite Peter. Peter gets into the fight with Scorpion to eventually get experimented on, causing the spider to then go back in time, which basically creates a large circle. I tell her, as you remember from Loki, any type of changes on the timeline cause branches into a different multiverse. So let's say in this multiverse, during the fight, the spider never gets loose, creates a branch. Or the spider gets squished during the fight, right? Creates another branch, right? Where it already happened in this universe that he got bit by a spider, but now there's not going to be a continual time. Now we're in a different timeline. She of course goes, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, that's the point. Time travel, timelines, time loops, they're all crazy. They generally don't make sense because of that reason. Because then you get into the argument of which came first, Peter getting bitten or the spider being experimented on. Anyways, she walked away more confused than ever. And this is why I love and hate time travel. I mean, case in point, ask the X-Men, because their timeline is all jacked up. Anyways, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, what did you think of the show? Comment down below and add a spider to your comment so I know that you made it this far. But thank you for coming to my TED Talk today. I am upcoming author. As always, thank you for getting caught up with me on my favorite media. God saying the same. I'll catch up with y'all later. Love y'all. Peace.